Hello friends, I am Napoleon Hill. Today, I am going to share with you a principle that can completely transform your financial destiny. This is not theory, not guesswork. It is a proven fact that helped thousands of men and women rise from poverty to wealth during some of the hardest times in history. And let me tell you something shocking. The reason most people stay broke is not because they lack intelligence. It's not because they lack opportunity. It is because they stop learning the moment they leave school. They believe education ends with a diploma, and that is the biggest mistake of their lives. You see, the world is moving faster than ever before. Industries rise and fall, businesses shut down overnight, and jobs, they vanish in the blink of an eye. Those who fail to adapt are left behind. But those who understand this one principle, the principle of specialized knowledge, those people become leaders. They create wealth, freedom, and security in a world full of uncertainty. So, what is this principle? It is the ability to continuously learn, to acquire new skills, and to adapt to changing economic conditions. The men and women who master this principle never fear layoffs, recessions, or economic collapse. Why? Because they know something most people don't. Success is not about what you learned once. It's about what you keep learning every single day. Now, let me ask you a question. Have you ever felt stuck in your job? Like no matter how hard you work, your paycheck never grows? Or maybe you've lost your job and wondered, what do I do now? If you have, you're not alone. Millions of people have faced the same struggle. And the solution, my friend, is the same as it was 100 years ago. Acquire specialized knowledge. This principle saved lives during the Great Depression. It turned ordinary people into millionaires. And in today's economy, it is the difference between thriving and barely surviving. Stay with me, because in this video, I am going to show you why your degree is not enough to guarantee success, how thousands of people turned adversity into opportunity, and most importantly, how you can do the same, even if you think it's too late, even if you have a family to support, even if you believe you don't have the time or the money to go back to school. By the end of this video, you will have a blueprint to create financial freedom by mastering the art of continuous learning and specialized knowledge. And believe me, this knowledge can be worth millions to you, just as it was to the men and women I am about to introduce you to. Let's begin. Let me tell you about a man named Stuart Austin Wire. He started his career as a construction engineer. He worked hard, built bridges and roads, and was proud of his work. But then came the Great Depression, a time when millions lost their jobs, their businesses, even their homes. Stuart was no exception. The demand for construction collapsed overnight. His once promising career turned into a dead end. Now, most people would have given up. They would have said, "It's over. There's nothing I can do. I'm too old to start again." But Stuart refused to quit. Instead, he asked himself a powerful question. What can I learn today that will secure my future tomorrow? That question changed his life. He took inventory of his skills and realized something important. The world no longer needed him as an engineer, but there were opportunities in law, corporate law, to be specific. So, at an age when most men are afraid of change, Stuart did the unthinkable. He went back to school. Here's the part that shocks everyone. Stuart was over 40 years old. He was married, he had responsibilities, but he refused to let that stop him. And instead of saying, 4 years of law school is too long, he found specialized courses that allowed him to finish in 2 years, what most people take 4 years to do. Why? Because he understood a principle most people ignore. It pays to know how to purchase knowledge. He chose the best schools for his needs, the most focused classes, and he invested his time like a man investing money in a business. What happened next? The Great Depression was still crushing the economy. But Stuart passed the bar exam and opened a law practice in Dallas, Texas, within a short time. He wasn't just making a living, he was turning away clients because he was too busy. Let that sink in. A man over 40, during the worst economic crisis in American history, reinvented himself and became so successful that he couldn't handle all the business coming his way. Do you know why? Because he didn't stop learning. He understood that when one door closes, another opens, but only for those who are willing to keep moving. Now let me share another story that proves this principle. During the same depression, a grocery store salesman lost his job. He had a wife, a family, and bills to pay. He could have sat around and complained. He could have said, "The economy is bad, it's not my fault." But instead he asked himself, "What do I already know? And how can I turn that into income?" He remembered he had a little bookkeeping experience. So what did he do? He invested in himself. He took a specialized course in accounting and learned everything about modern bookkeeping systems and office machines. Then he started small, offering bookkeeping services to local grocers for a small monthly fee. It was practical, affordable, and in demand. His idea was so good that soon he had over 100 small merchants as clients. He even built a mobile office in a delivery truck, complete with bookkeeping machines. Eventually, he had a fleet of these mobile offices and a full staff of employees. This man went from being unemployed to building a business so successful that last year, his income tax was 10 times higher than the salary he used to earn. What turned his life around? Specialized knowledge plus imagination. And it all started with an idea. Big lesson from these stories. Stuart Austin Wire didn't complain about the economy. He adapted. The salesman didn't blame circumstances. He created opportunity. Both men understood this truth. Your earning power is directly proportional to your ability to acquire and apply specialized knowledge. Let me share a hard truth with you. Your college degree will not guarantee you success. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever again. Why? Because education, as most people know, it is outdated. A diploma represents general knowledge, and general knowledge is everywhere. It's cheap. Employers don't pay for what's common. They pay for what's rare and valuable. And rare, valuable knowledge is specialized knowledge. Think about this. How many people graduate every year with the same degree? Thousands, tens of thousands. That's why most of them end up fighting for the same low-paying jobs. The marketplace does not reward average. It rewards specialists. This is why the richest people in America, entrepreneurs, executives, innovators, never stop learning. They understand that education doesn't end with a diploma. It begins there. The truth about success in today's economy. Let's talk about the changed world we live in. After the last economic collapse, entire industries disappeared. Millions lost their jobs, and the same thing can happen again. Technology is advancing so fast that skills that were valuable yesterday are useless today. Here's the order of the day. Specialization. Companies are desperate for people with specific skills. Skills that solve real problems. Skills that can't be automated easily. Employers no longer care if you were a straight A student. They care about what you can do. They care about your ability to lead, to adapt, and to produce results. Robert P. Moore, the Secretary of Appointments at Columbia University, said it best. The man who has specialized training, leadership skills, and the ability to work with people will always have the edge over the academic student. Think about that for a moment. The best jobs don't go to the smartest students. They go to those who combine specialized knowledge with personality and action. Why this matters for you. If you stop learning the day you graduate, you are setting yourself up for failure. The marketplace doesn't stand still, and neither can you. The people who thrive, the people who build wealth and freedom, are those who make continuous learning a habit. This is why I say, success is not something you achieve once. It's something you maintain through constant growth. And here's the exciting part. You don't need to go back to college for 4 years. You don't need $100,000 in tuition. You need focused, specialized knowledge that solves problems people are willing to pay for. Here's the formula. General knowledge, low pay, high competition. Specialized knowledge, your high pay, low competition. Specialized knowledge plus action plus persistence. Financial freedom. In the next section, I'm going to show you how to apply this principle in today's world. What skills are in demand right now in America, and how you can acquire them without quitting your job, without going broke, and without wasting time. Stay with me, because the opportunities I'm about to reveal could make the difference between living paycheck to paycheck and creating a life of true financial independence. Now that you understand why continuous learning is the foundation of wealth, let's talk about how to apply it in today's economy. Because this isn't just theory, this is about real money, real opportunities, and real change in your life. We live in the most connected, most competitive, and most rapidly changing era in history. Technology has disrupted everything. How we work, how we communicate, how we do business. And here's the truth. The opportunities have never been greater. If you know where to look, the skills that make people rich today. Let me ask you, what do the highest paid professionals and entrepreneurs in America have in common? It's simple. They all possess specialized in-demand skills. Here are a few examples. Digital marketing. Businesses need customers. Digital marketers who can run ads, create content, and analyze data are making 6 figures without a degree. Software development, apps, websites, automation. These aren't going away. Coders, developers, and tech experts are building fortunes. Sales and high-ticket closing. If you can sell, you can write your own paycheck. Sales is one of the most recession-proof skills in the world. Financial consulting. People want to manage money wisely. If you can help others grow wealth, you can grow your own wealth. Content creation and branding. YouTube, podcasts, social media. Brands will pay big money to those who know how to attract attention. These skills aren't just jobs. They are gateways to freedom-based careers. Many people are working from home, building businesses, and earning more than they ever dreamed because they invested in the right knowledge. The biggest lie about success today. Most people still believe they need another college degree to succeed. They think, if I just go back to school, I'll be safe. But let me give you a reality check. The world doesn't care about degrees. It cares about results. And here's the good news. You can learn most of these high-income skills in months, not years, often for a fraction of the cost of college. Online platforms, specialized programs, mentorship. These are the modern classrooms for wealth creation. Why specialized knowledge pays more than ever. Employers and clients are willing to pay top dollar for people who can solve their most pressing problems. Businesses don't pay for effort, they pay for solutions. And specialized knowledge is the key to providing those solutions. Imagine 2 people applying for the same job. One says, I have a degree in business administration. The other says, I can increase your revenue by 20% through Facebook advertising. Which one gets hired? Which one gets paid more? The answer is obvious. The specialist wins every time. Your competitive advantage in the US economy. Right now, companies across America are begging for skilled workers in tech, healthcare, finance, and digital industries. They can't find enough qualified people, and that's where your opportunity lies. Learn digital skills. You can freelance, consult, or build your own agency. Learn financial literacy. You can help individuals and businesses manage money, and they will pay you well for it. Learn communication and leadership. These are timeless. People who can lead others will always be in demand. In the next part, I'll give you a step-by-step plan to start acquiring specialized knowledge, even if you think you're too old, too busy, or too broke. And I'll show you how to do it without quitting your job and without taking on debt. Stay with me, because this is where theory turns into action. Now comes the most important part, turning ideas into action. You understand why specialized knowledge matters. You've seen real stories of people who used it to change their lives. But the question is, how do you start? What if you're over 40? What if you have kids to feed? What if you're working 2 jobs and barely have time to breathe? And what if you don't have thousands of dollars to invest in another degree? Let me assure you, you can do this, and I'll show you how. Step 1. Take inventory of your skills and interests. Before you can acquire new knowledge, you need to know 2 things. What do you already know? What do you actually enjoy doing? Here's why this matters. People make the mistake of chasing what's hot without considering what fits them. Don't just ask, "Where's the money?" Ask, "Where's the money and my interest?" Write this down. What skills do I already have? What have I done that others found valuable? What would I enjoy mastering, even if it takes months of learning? This list is your foundation. Step 2. Identify high-income skills in demand. Now compare your list with the marketplace. Which of your skills can solve problems people are willing to pay for? If you don't have any that fit, don't panic. That's why you're here, to learn new ones. Here are 5 high-demand skills in the US right now. 1. Digital marketing. Every business needs customers online. 2. Software development, websites, apps, automation systems. 3. Sales and high-ticket closing. Businesses pay big for closers. 4. Financial consulting. Managing money is a universal need. 5. Content creation, social media. Managers and video editors are in huge demand. Choose one, just one. Mastery beats mediocrity. Step 3. Choose specialized learning sources. You don't need to quit your job or spend 4 years in college. You need focused, specialized training. And here's the best part. Many of these resources cost less than a night out. Options: online courses, platforms like Coursera, Udemy, and LinkedIn Learning. Boot camps, short, intensive programs for coding, marketing, and sales. Mentorship. Learn directly from someone who's already successful. Communities. Join Facebook groups, LinkedIn networks, or mastermind alliances. Remember this. Always choose knowledge that can be monetized. Ask, will this skill help me solve problems for businesses or individuals who can pay? Step 4. Create a learning schedule, even if you're busy. The biggest excuse people make? I don't have time. But here's the truth, you do. You just need a plan. Here's a formula that works. Wake up 30 minutes earlier. Use your commute for audio learning. Trade 1 hour of TV for 1 hour of skill building. In 90 days, you can completely change your earning potential. Step 5. Start small. Earn fast. Don't wait until you know everything to start making money. Apply what you learn immediately, even at a small scale. Here's why. Action creates confidence. Clients don't care about certificates. They care about results. Example, if you learn digital marketing, run ads for a friend's business. If you learn bookkeeping, start with 1 small client. If you learn sales, practice closing deals for local businesses. Money loves speed. The faster you act, the faster you earn. Step 6. Scale and specialize. Once you start earning, reinvest in yourself. Learn more advanced strategies. Build a portfolio. Offer premium services. Turn your skill into a business, not just a job. The biggest secret to success. Most people fail because they stop at step 3. They buy a course. Watch a few videos and quit. Don't be that person. Success comes from consistent action. The man who applies what he learns, even imperfectly, beats the man who waits for perfection every time. In the next section, I'm going to share modern strategies for turning specialized knowledge into multiple income stream, even passive income. Stay tuned, because this is where your financial life takes a major leap forward. Now that you know how to acquire specialized knowledge, let's talk about the next big question. How do you turn that knowledge into money? Because the truth is, knowledge alone doesn't pay bills. Applied knowledge does. The most successful people in the world do one thing exceptionally well. They learn valuable skills, they solve big problems, and they create multiple streams of income from the same knowledge. The big shift. From employee to knowledge entrepreneur. When most people think about learning a new skill, they think about getting a better job. And yes, that's a great start. But I want you to think bigger. I want you to think like a knowledge entrepreneur, someone who turns their expertise into products, services, and systems that generate money even while they sleep. Imagine this. You learn digital marketing. You start by helping small businesses. Soon, you create an online course teaching others how to do it. Then you write an ebook. Then you launch a consulting service. Before you know it, you've turned one skill into a six-figure business. This isn't a dream. People are doing it every single day. And you can too. The 4 paths to monetizing specialized knowledge. Path 1. High-paying jobs. Yes, jobs still matter, but only if they pay for specialized skills. A software engineer, a digital strategist, or a financial advisor earns significantly more than someone with general knowledge. The benefit? Steady paycheck while you build other income streams. Path 2. Freelancing and consulting. Businesses in America are desperate for experts who can deliver results. They don't want to hire full-time. They want specialists on demand. Platforms like Upwork, Fiverr, TopTal, LinkedIn Profinder. These allow you to sell your skill to businesses nationwide, even globally. You control your time, your rates, your freedom. Path 3. Build a personal brand. In 2025, attention is currency. If you have a skill, share it. Use YouTube, LinkedIn, or TikTok to showcase what you know. People follow those who teach them something valuable. And when people follow you, they buy from you. Start a YouTube channel about your skill. Post short educational content on Instagram or TikTok. Build an email list from day one. When you have an audience, opportunities multiply. Path 4. Create digital products. This is where passive income starts. Turn your knowledge into online courses, ebooks, templates, membership programs. One course can generate thousands of dollars for years, with no extra work once it's made. Why multiple streams matter? Relying on one income source is dangerous. If that source disappears, so does your security. But when you create multiple streams, you control your future. One skill can open the door to at least 3 different income streams. Active income, jobs, freelancing. Semi-passive income, consulting, high-ticket coaching. Passive income, courses, ebooks, memberships. The million-dollar question. What's the fastest way to build multiple streams? Start with one specialized skill. Apply it to earn active income. Document your process and turn it into a product. Scale with automation. This is how average people create wealth in the modern world. In the next part, I'm going to share real-life, modern examples of people doing this successfully today. Ordinary people who went from broke to financially free by following this exact process. And then I'll give you a final blueprint to start today. Stay with me, because the next part might just give you the idea that changes your life forever. You've learned the theory, you've seen the action steps, But let me prove to you that this isn't just talk. Let me show you how real people, ordinary people, have turned specialized knowledge into extraordinary lives. Story 1. The grocery store clerk who built a fleet of mobile offices. Remember the Great Depression? Millions were out of work. One man, a grocery clerk, found himself jobless. He could have given up, but instead he asked, "What skill can I use to serve people who need help?" He had basic bookkeeping knowledge, so he took a specialized course in accounting and learned modern systems. Then he went to small businesses and said, "I'll keep your books for a small monthly fee." It worked. Soon, he had over 100 clients. Then he did something brilliant. He bought a truck, turned it into a mobile office, and installed bookkeeping machines inside. Before long, he had a fleet of mobile offices on wheels, serving hundreds of clients across the city. He didn't just survive the Depression. He became wealthy because he used imagination plus specialized knowledge. Story 2. The 40-year-old construction engineer who became a top lawyer. Stuart Austin Wire was a construction engineer. When the economy crashed, his work dried up. Most people would have said, "I'm too old to start over," but Stuart didn't think that way. At 40 years old, married with responsibilities, he went back to school. He took specialized courses in law and focused on corporate law. In just 2 years, he passed the bar exam, a process that usually takes 4 years. Today, he runs a successful practice in Dallas, turning away clients because he has too many. Story 3. The stay-at-home mom who built a 6-figure business. Fast forward to today. Sarah, a stay-at-home mom in Ohio, wanted to earn money without leaving her kids. She started learning social media marketing through free and low-cost online courses. Within 3 months, she landed her first client, $500 a month. Then another. Today, she runs a small agency, making $10,000 a month all from home. How? Specialized knowledge. Story 4. The veteran who became a digital entrepreneur. After leaving the military, John had no corporate experience. Jobs were scarce. He learned high-ticket sales and digital marketing online. In 1 year, he went from broke to earning $150,000, working from his laptop. Today, he teaches other veterans to do the same. The blueprint for your future. These stories prove one thing. It's never too late. You're never too broke. You're never too busy. Here's your ultimate blueprint. 1. Choose one high-demand skill. Start small. 2. Invest in specialized learning. Skip general knowledge. 3. Apply immediately. Take action before you feel ready. 4. Document your journey. Share what you learn. Build a brand. 5. Create leverage. Turn your skill into products, services, and systems. 6. Never stop learning. Growth, a security, freedom. Why you must start now. The longer you wait, the harder it gets. The world is moving fast. Skills that pay today may not pay tomorrow. But if you start now, you'll stay ahead. Don't wait for permission. Don't wait for perfect timing. There's no perfect time. The best time is right now. Coming next, the final call to action. The mindset shift that will make you unstoppable. If you've stayed with me this far, it means something inside you is ready for a change. And that's important because the final piece of this puzzle isn't just about skills. It's about mindset. You can learn every specialized skill in the world. But if your mind is stuck in scarcity, if you keep telling yourself, "I can't do this, I'm too old, I'm not smart enough," then you'll never move forward. So here's the truth. Wealth begins in your mind before it appears in your bank account. The rich versus poor mindset. Poor people say, "I can't afford it. I don't have time. What if I fail?" Rich people ask, "How can I afford it? How can I make time? What if I succeed?" That one shift from excuses to solutions can change your entire life. The 3 mindset rules that separate winners from losers. Rule 1. Never stop learning. The day you stop learning is the day you start dying financially. The market changes every year. New technologies rise. Old jobs disappear. Stay ahead by staying curious. Rule 2. Action beats perfection. Most people fail because they wait for the perfect moment. Winners take imperfect action and improve along the way. Rule 3. Think in leverage. Ask yourself, how can I use this skill to create multiple streams of income? How can I turn 1 hour of work into value that pays me for years? What's holding you back? Is it fear, doubt? The voices in your head saying you can't? Here's the truth. The only thing stopping you is you. Every millionaire you admire started from zero. They had fears. They had doubts. The difference? They took the first step while they were scared. Why now is the best time in history. We live in a time when you can learn almost anything online for free. You can start a business from your phone. You can reach millions of people without leaving your home. There are no excuses left. The tools are in your hands. The question is, will you use them? Your final blueprint in 1 sentence. Learn something valuable. Apply it. Teach it. Multiply it. That's how you build wealth. That's how you secure your future. Closing hook. For YouTube audience retention. If you're serious about creating financial freedom, don't just watch this video, take action today. Comment below. What skill will you learn first? What's your #1 goal for this year? And if you found this valuable, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Because the fastest way to grow is to help others grow with you. Stay tuned, because in my next video, I'll show you how to turn your first $100 online into $1,000 in the shortest time possible. You don't want to miss it.